Why don't you ever want to play hide and seek with taxes? Because good luck hiding when they're always at your earnings. A dash of humor to kickstart our journey into the thrilling labyrinth of tax filing. This year, 2024, has seen the IRS roll out a host of changes aimed at making tax filing easier and more accessible. From the advent of direct file to the expansion of services, there's a lot to unpack. So buckle up, folks. It's time to delve into the exciting world of taxes. Yes, you heard it right, exciting. Remember the days when filing taxes felt like a trip to the dentist? Painful, confusing, and always leaving you with a lighter wallet. For many of us, the process of tax filing has been a daunting task. It was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube that was also somehow on fire. In the past, the complexities of tax forms made the task of filing taxes seem like a puzzle designed by a sadist. From the elusive Form 1040 to the perplexing Schedules A through Z, the labyrinthine tax code was enough to leave anyone feeling lost and overwhelmed. And let's not forget about the cost of tax preparation services, a necessary evil for those of us who couldn't navigate the tax maze alone. These services, while helpful, often came with a hefty price tag. They were like the Sherpa guiding you up Mount Everest, except this Sherpa also took a chunk of your income as payment. Adding salt to the wound, certain companies saw this confusion as a golden opportunity. They swooped in like vultures, misleading lower-income Americans into paying for tax preparation services. These companies, which shall remain nameless but rhyme with intoit, exploited the very people who could least afford to pay. It's like having to pay for a map while you're already lost in the woods. This situation led to an uproar, lawsuits, and a hefty settlement of $141 million. It was as if someone finally yelled, "Stop the madness!" and the universe listened. But fear not, my fellow taxpayers, the IRS has heard your cries for help and has come to the rescue. Enter Direct File, the superhero of tax season, swooping in to save us from the clutches of confusing forms and costly fees. Picture this, a tool by the IRS, yes, the same IRS you're thinking of, that allows Americans with an annual adjusted gross income of up to $79,000 to file their taxes for free. And no, this isn't a late April Fool's joke. Direct File is the new kid on the block, an online service that's stepping up to the plate to simplify tax filing for millions of taxpayers. And you know what they say, the simpler the better, especially when it comes to taxes. Imagine being able to navigate your way through the labyrinth of tax forms without having to shell out big bucks for a professional tax preparer or getting lost in translation. Currently, Direct File is available in 12 states, but like a good movie franchise, it's looking to expand its reach. Its goal? To make tax filing as easy as ordering a pizza online. Now that's a revolution we can all get behind. But Direct File isn't just about convenience. It's about bringing transparency and accessibility to the tax filing process, shedding light on the questionable practices of companies that have been accused of misleading lower-income Americans into paying for tax preparation services they could have accessed for free. Looking at you, Intuit. The introduction of Direct File is a game changer. It's like the first time you discovered online shopping or streaming services. It just makes life a whole lot easier. And when it comes to taxes, we could all use a little ease. So with Direct File, tax season might just become less taxing. Get it? Now, if you're thinking, but I need more help with my taxes, don't worry, the IRS has got you covered there too. You see, not all heroes wear capes. In the world of taxes, they wield calculators and spreadsheets. They are the tax preparers and advisors, the knights in shining armor ready to rescue you from the tax dragon's fiery breath. But how do you find this valiant champion? Well, it's crucial to find a qualified professional with a unique identifier called a PTIN, or Preparer Tax Identification Number. It's like the secret code that only true tax heroes possess. Without it, well, you might just be dealing with a tax jester instead of a tax knight. Now, in the realm of tax preparation, there are three kinds of high-ranking officials. First, we have the enrolled agents, the elite force licensed by the IRS itself. Next, the certified public accountants, or CPAs, who are wizards in accounting and tax laws. And finally, the tax attorneys, legal experts specializing in the labyrinth of tax laws. Each of these professionals offers specialized tax advice, so choose wisely based on your needs. And remember, it's always a good idea to ask for referrals. After all, a recommended knight has probably already slayed a few tax dragons. But you might wonder, what's the cost of hiring such a champion? Well, the average fee for tax preparation varies based on the complexity of the return. Think of it as the dragon's size. The bigger and more complex the dragon, the higher the fee. However, don't let the potential cost deter you from seeking help, especially if you're dealing with a complex tax situation. It's better to have a knight by your side than to face the dragon alone and unprepared. Remember, the right tax preparer can be the difference between sweet tax savings and a sour tax bill. So choose your tax knight wisely and conquer the tax season like a true hero. Ever opened your tax bill and thought, why do I owe so much? Well, let's dive into some reasons why you might find yourself owing Uncle Sam instead of receiving that much-anticipated tax refund. One significant reason could be the income you're earning on the side. Yes, that's right. The cash you're raking in from your side hustle, whether it's driving for a rideshare service, selling homemade crafts, or renting out your spare room, all of it is taxable income. And if you're not withholding enough taxes from this income, you might end up owing the IRS at the end of the year. The same goes for those who are self-employed. If you're your own boss, you're responsible for paying your own taxes. This includes both income tax and self-employment tax, which covers Social Security and Medicare. If you're not setting aside enough from each paycheck to cover these taxes, you could be in for a surprise come tax season. Changing jobs can also impact your tax situation. If you received a hefty severance or signing bonus, or if your new job puts you in a higher tax bracket, you might find yourself owing taxes. Unemployment benefits, while a lifeline during tough times, are also considered taxable income. If you didn't choose to have taxes withheld from these benefits when you received them, you'll need to pay those taxes when you file your return. And let's not forget about your investments. If you sold investments for a profit, those earnings are subject to capital gains tax. Depending on how long you held the investment and your income level, you could be on the hook for a substantial tax bill. So the next time you owe taxes, don't be so quick to blame the tax man. It might just be your side hustle's fault. Well, that's been quite a journey through the wild world of taxes, hasn't it? We've navigated the labyrinth, tangled with the numbers, and hopefully come out the other side a little wiser. We kicked off with a look at the direct file revolution, a game changer in the tax filing landscape. Direct file is the IRS's answer to making tax filing accessible to all. With this new tech wonder, Americans earning up to $79,000 annually now have a way to file taxes for free. Talk about a tax filing party. But remember, it's still in its early stages and only available in 12 states. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a nationwide rollout soon. Then we dove into the sea of tax preparers, swimming with CPAs, tax attorneys, and enrolled agents. With so many fish in the sea, it's about finding the right one for you. Remember the golden rules. Look for a PTIN, consider their qualifications, and let referrals guide you. And let's not forget about those sneaky ghost preparers. They're as elusive as a unicorn, but with none of the magic. And finally, we explored the reasons you might end up owing taxes. Side hustles, self-employment, job changes, unemployment benefits, and selling investments. They all impact your tax liabilities. It's like a tax version of the butterfly effect. But don't let it get you down. Timely tax filing, managing quarterly payments, and professional advice can help you navigate this tax maze. So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the taxing world. It may be as complex as a Rubik's Cube, but with the right tools and knowledge, it's conquerable. So remember, taxes might be as inevitable as death, but at least they're getting a bit less painful. Until next time, keep your earnings high and your tax bill low.